Good day, everyone. I'm playing through Japan today for the what's it called? Formula G Week 5. Uh, as always, this is in post recording, or post commentary, I meant. Really not good with my words today, apparently. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get in. So, Japan, yeah, I don't really know what to think of Japan. I guess if you're in an urban enough area, there's enough clues. But if you're on a very small, empty mountain road, of which there are a lot of in Japan, both mountains and roads on there, then it can be quite frustrating. So I don't really know what to expect going into this. I practiced a bit as I always do. So yeah, for now I'm just getting lost in these suburbs. Lovely start. For the ones who know me a little bit, know how much I dislike suburbs. I think I seem to get out of have seemed to get out of it. So yeah, but overall, I would say it's a pretty foreign country to me. Uh, I don't know a lot of places in Japan, except for like the big ones, Kyoto, Nagoya, Tokyo. Uh, I see a phone code there, 053, that I didn't really study them thoroughly, but I wanted to kind of I did see where the fives were, where the 606s were, etc. So it's just kind of guessing outside of Tokyo somewhere because the Tokyo metropolitan area is basically the 40s, so the 50s is beyond that. Yeah, I wouldn't really know where to look. See, maybe some of those places on that sign were maybe quite big places. But yeah, that doesn't help for me. I just don't really know a lot about Japan. Landscape wise, it's really difficult for me to tell if I, for example, don't find a lot of clues, then would need to guess the landscape. I could definitely go super north and it ended up being south. It's just too samey looking for me, except for Hokkaido and Okinawa. Those are basically the two only places in Japan that I could recognize on the basis of landscape. But yeah, anyway, I'm not really seeing anything useful here yet. But there is a highway over there, and I like me some highways. But if I find some concrete road numbers, then I might be able to pinpoint a bit better. But now that is quite a difficult task. But yeah, I would be glad to have this over with because it's just not a country I feel comfortable playing in. So that's round 23 and 42. And for some reason, I'm just looking all over the place because I guess I'm not sure where the 053 phone code is, but there it is. It's actually close to Nagoya. 2342. So it should be around here somewhere. I think I saw 409 and 4010 or 410 somewhere, so I'm just looking for that. I don't know why I didn't spot it already. Typical me being blind while scanning. Dude, come on. Nope, not there. Not there. Nope. Almost. Getting closer. Closer. God. It's sometimes annoying seeing me fool around. Just gonna double check. Is that 409? But it doesn't say on there. It does say I'm in Toyohashi. So I'm quickly just looking, okay, where in Toyohashi could I be? I remember being in this mazy suburb, which resembled these parts. It's like, okay, this is between the 409 and 410, which I finally found. So I guess, okay, I guess it's here. And turns out I was quite close, but not not quite. Unfortunately, so I dropped 2 points. But yeah, not too bad for my first round. I was really screwing about a lot though, and I could afford to still find it because of the generous time limit. But yeah, that's kind of my round, my average round in Japan, just wandering around. These are some some small places I don't know. So yeah, now it's time to just go looking for a sign that will tell me something concrete. Route 5, which is usually findable on a big zoom level on the map, so it's just going for the country. I think I had to zoom in one more to find it, to be honest, which I did. And it turns out it's in Hokkaido, which I'm pleased to know because I have noticed that I'm okay in Hokkaido, probably because it's smaller than the mainland, is the only reason. But I'll take any kind of help I'll get. So now it's like, okay, Route 5, but where on Route 5? Yoichi is actually close to where I put it, but I don't think I found it. No, I didn't. Maybe I was looking for the other place. I don't know. Maybe I thought Yoichi was too small. Maybe I did. Yeah, I don't know what past me sometimes is looking for is the problem. To me guessing, it is not always useful. Close to the sea, which helps a ton. Yeah, first thought we were here, I was definitely not on the right spot. If only I just could have seen Yoichi back there, I wouldn't have to worry. But yeah, for some reason, I just wasn't able to find it. It's a useless sign. So yeah, this otherwise this looks like a pretty empty road, so I don't know if I have anything to look for. Again, this is showing me I'm a Yoichi again, and there we go. I found it. See, that wasn't so hard now, was it? So now that I know that I'm close there, I should try and pinpoint. I think I'm looking for the hexagonal road numbers because I think I saw one at the beginning. I don't know why I'm not just gonna go back to the start and try to find that sign again. As I've concluded already, past me works in weird ways sometimes. Maybe another sign here that can help me. No! And I don't feel like there's a lot more to do on this road, but I think I'm just desperate to maybe find a sign that gives me more concrete clues. I don't know. But I think it's just better I come back to start and try to pinpoint. I did find a rail track thingy. Dude, just go back. There we go. So yeah, what road number was it again? I also forgot because I wasn't really paying attention to the clues. I think I skipped over the sign to begin with. Oh no, wait, I still wasn't on the road. There we go. 9:56. Very close to Shioya. And Otaru is 9 kilometers. There's Shioya Station. 9:56. So I didn't have a lot of time to pinpoint, but looking at the curvature of the road, I was in this little suburb, and with very little time left, I tried still pinpointing, taking a bit of a gamble. I was banking on that angle of that road going south, and then southwest, but I got the 5K, which is great. And yeah, this is more of a typical Japan round I'm used to. Very rural, within the mountains. No idea what way is the right way to go. That's always nice. So, yeah, what was I gonna do? Well, you just go one way and pray to God it is the right way. That one obviously isn't, as I came to realize myself there. So, landscape wise, not much to say. As I said before, Japan doesn't really have the most distinctive climate zones overall, especially mainland Japan, which doesn't help. You'd think you'd see more differences for such like a long, elongated country, but I'm not an expert on climates and so. I think it's overall just humid climate. I don't know. There was a lot of talk about in the Tokyo Olympics that the humidity was really bad, so I assume Japan is very humid. Because if Tokyo is already hot, then I reckon the southern parts will be even more hot and as humid, considering it's surrounded by the ocean. Guess that's kind of what you get with islands. Because when I was in Edinburgh, Scotland, which is right at the coast as well, humidity was bad there as well. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, got on a bigger road, which hopefully can get me more clues. Some good signs, hopefully. Yeah, this is why I am not the biggest fan of Japan, just because if you can be in very urban places with lots of signs, but you can also be in environments like these where you just don't see anything useful for a bit. But I am on a shield route, as how I call it, the national road, so to say. 432. I knew that was a bit south. I was checking out the southern island first. Forgot the name of it, but this island. And well, I didn't see it, so maybe on here. It's 435. So I am definitely close. I am in the right ballpark. So I went over to Shikoki. I'm not sure if that's the real name. Shikoku, I think. But yeah, it should be somewhere here. But I couldn't really find it, and time's kind of running out. Is that it? Yeah, I found it. Okay. And then I was looking for Chubaraniva. I'm not sure if I can find. I think I'm looking for secondary road, but I don't think I will find it here. So for some reason I just continued on, but then I decided, nah, I should be looking closer. Chobara is about 30 kilometers away, I think. I think I was just banking on trying to find a side road, while maybe it might have been better to try and pinpoint. But yeah, it's you're always hoping for that one significant clue that could help you. This is kind of a good sign, though. Although not super helpful. So at this point, I didn't really know what to do. I would guess, okay, well, maybe stay close to Okuizomo. I don't know. And I was doing a stupid and going more north while I should have stayed there to get more points because the point loss isn't significant, but for a competitive league like this where a lot of good players are in, those 200 points dropped can be fatal. So even if you think, oh, that's not a bad score I got, you might still not get a lot of points. But to be honest, that is just one aspect of it for me. I was also doing this season 2 of Formula G to improve my performances a bit because I had a lot of crappy performances last season, and now I am doing decent at least. But the thing is, even that is not always enough to put me in top 5 or top 10. So yeah, there's a competitive side to it and a personal side to it. And personally, I'm quite happy with the performances I am putting up so far. But in terms of competitiveness, yeah, I'm lagging behind a little bit. But honestly, I don't care too much about that. I should focus more on improving myself. Anyway, I'm Route 424, as you can see. And I am kind of looking for another 400 route. I think I'm trying to look for these places now. Shingu Ryujin. And yeah, my geog what is it, geography or topography? I'm not sure, but my knowledge on Japan and Japanese cities are quite bad. But I did find the 424, which is nice. I think I was looking for some of the place names on there. To be fair, I can't spot any of them either. So the best is maybe to find a hexagonal road. Yeah, I went back because it's not too far away from that route. And then I can maybe here find some better clues. I was right next to a river, but I was on the 179. So I figured, okay, let's just browse a bit. That's the 425. That's also 425. What are you doing? Continue to. Yes, thank you. So where is it? It's quite a long road too, and it's sometimes hard to pay attention to if the road stops there or not, because it can always continue later on. So sometimes it can really trick you into thinking, oh, this is the end of the road, but then it goes on later. That's something I fall for a lot of times. But I did find the 179, identifying the bend in the road, but it wasn't that close to 424. So I reckon, okay, it should be further up then. There's a side road. So I think I was pretty confident in my guess, looking at the curvature of the road and all of that jazz. It's quite likely found the right spot, so I just went for it and booyah. Another 5k. And right here next to a tunnel, which for pinpointing is quite nice. Because if you find a road, usually they're pretty easy to find on a map. The downside to this is that, as you can see, this is another very rural road. And these are all place names I don't know. So yeah, gonna be a lot more wandering until I hopefully find a good sign. And seeing as I went uphill a bit more, I think it might be better to go this way as it looks to be going more downhill. And for everyone who's played Geoguessr a little bit, downhill is always good. Because you're far more likely to find civilization or, points of interest uh, closer to like a valley or down a mountain than on top of a mountain. Because who would live on top of a mountain? I wouldn't. It would seem like a big hassle. Then again, I can't really live on a mountain here anyway, because the Netherlands doesn't have mountains. So the choice is already quite made for me. Skipped over sign there as I always do. I always go too quickly. But there's the 229, and I recognize that as a Hokkaido route. So I was trying to look for it. I wasn't sure if it was in Hokkaido, because I do know the 230s are in Hokkaido, but this was just barely not a 230 road. But still couldn't hurt to check. And there it was, 229. Now on to find the secondary road. I think I was firstly looking for the place names, but I am usually better off just trying to find the secondary routes. So 66. If I just go follow the road, it shouldn't be too hard to find, I think. Yeah, it doesn't help it's a long road as well. Yeah, I think now I am looking. What am I doing? Am I trying to spot? Oh, I found Niseko, which I guess helped because it did find the 66 because of that. To be fair, the 229 is not directly connected to the 66 on there as it indicates on the sign, so you should be careful of that. But I was on a different road, I remember, which was the 58. So logically, from there on, I am looking for the 58, which is here, and I found the tunnel. As I told, it is quite easy to spot on the map if you actually found it. And got another 5k, not a bad score, but still ended up in 7th. So, whoops. No, let's not start the video over again. Yeah, so as you can see, I got a decent score, but there's a lot of good players that barely will drop any points. So, yeah, but personally, I think that was a good Japan round for me. Just one small mistake in the first round, but otherwise, can't complain really. So, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.